Wow, I am literally a catfish. I look like an egg right now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm looking a little rough because I don't have any makeup on yet. I just finished doing my hair and I thought I would just do a little bit of like a get ready with me kind of thing. I'm actually going to Comic-Con today for the first time. I've never been to one, so pretty excited about that. But I am running late and I need to get ready, but I just thought I would sit and talk to you guys while I do my makeup. So excuse me looking a little rough right now, but we're gonna fix this face. So yeah, last night I went out with some friends from work. It's so funny that when we were deciding to go out, they were talking about getting to this place at like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, no, I'm trying to be in bed at like 10 or 11. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get there at 8 o'clock. I was gonna be there at 8, I'll stay for an hour or two, and then I'm going home. And I didn't even get there till 9, and then I stayed out until 3:30 in the morning. And yeah, I have not done that in a very long time. I don't know, the vibes were just good. It was fun, I was having a good time, and the time just flew, and before I knew it, it was the freaking morning already. So I'm a bit tired looking as well. Yeah, I don't really like drinking. I'm pretty much a lightweight. I feel like for me, the line between being buzzed and then being drunk, it's a very thin line for me. Like I get kind of like that point of no return pretty quickly. Like 2 drinks, I got a good buzz going on. If I have like 4 or 5, depending on what the drink is, I could be throwing up. So I really don't like to drink much. And actually, even though I had so much fun last night, I was kind of thinking this morning, I woke up obviously feeling like a bit hungover, a bit of a headache, and I get like a stomachache after I drink, and I hate that. I hate like all day just feeling like a little bit queasy. And I actually was sober for a little while in 2019, New Year's Eve of 2019. I had bought, this is so sad, but I was like celebrating by myself, and I just bought like a little 4-pack of those like mini champagne bottles, and I think I had 2 of them. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm just not gonna drink anymore. I think I actually drank those at like 10 o'clock also. I didn't even stay up for midnight, but I woke up the next day and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a break from drinking. And I didn't drink for like 2.5 years, and it was great. Like I didn't miss it, I felt great. But then eventually I did start drinking again, but I do drink pretty lightly. But the reason I'm thinking about being sober again is previously whenever I stopped drinking, it was mostly because I realized I've never had a problem with drinking as far as how much I was drinking, but I realized that I had a problem with kind of the why I was drinking. And it usually was that I was bored or mad or sad or lonely. Like it was some type of emotional state that I was in that would kind of like cause me to drink. And I think, I know like alcohol addiction, that's a sensitive subject, and it probably requires a much deeper conversation than just like this little video. But when we think about people having a problem with alcohol, it's usually how much you drink and how often you drink. We think about people that are like drinking every day and drinking a lot when they're drinking. But I think that looking at the reasons why you're drinking can also kind of indicate a problem. I don't know if it's like technically addiction, right? But I think it is an issue if you're drinking just to kind of solve these like emotional issues that you have, because it's not really solving anything. If you're drinking because you're lonely, you're still going to be lonely, right? You're not like going out and connecting with people or reaching out to a friend. You're just getting drunk, and that doesn't solve any issues. And then I also recently was watching a podcast where they were talking about alcohol and like how bad it is for you, and they were saying that it makes sense how it's not good for you, because the whole reason that you feel intoxicated whenever you're drinking is because it's actually causing like cell death. I think it's cell death, maybe just like impairment of the cells, but it's literally like killing you on a cellular level. Like it's killing off your cells, and that's kind of crazy. Like to be drinking to try and suppress an emotional problem that you're having, and then doing that through a mechanism that's also like harming you physically and like harming your health. You're not fixing the problem and you're harming yourself. So it's like really a double-edged sword of like 2 reasons why it's not good for you. I mentioned earlier that I stopped drinking in 2020, and then we all know what happened in 2020. And I actually felt like quite lucky that I had decided to quit drinking then, because obviously if my drinking kind of was triggered by like emotional issues going through a pandemic and being isolated for a long time, I think it would have been really bad for me. But I do feel like I learned in that time how to manage those issues in other ways and like develop better coping mechanisms. And so since then I've pretty much just been like, I guess what you would call kind of like a social drinker, you know? I don't really buy alcohol at home, hardly ever. I don't really drink at home anymore, but I do drink just whenever I'm going out. And kind of like last night, it's nice to just have a couple drinks and like get a bit of a buzz. I think for those of us who are not quite as outgoing, it does kind of help you relax and just have a better time. And I've always kind of thought that to be not problematic. I was like, oh, everybody just has a couple of drinks just to loosen up, like it's fine. But then this morning I was thinking about it and I kind of realized it's a similar issue to using alcohol to solve your mental problems or mental issues. If I don't feel comfortable enough to just be myself and like let loose in public and like in front of friends and like whoever, that's a deeper issue that like you're still just using alcohol to solve this problem. So I am kind of thinking about stopping drinking again. I really don't enjoy the feelings of hangover. Nobody does, but it just doesn't really feel like it's worth it to me. And I don't know, I just feel like I need to go on like a spiritual journey of like figuring out why in some situations I don't feel like I can let loose and like why I like hold back sometimes. Although I'm never gonna be like the party girl, I'm never gonna be like super outgoing, that's just my personality. But I think if I'm telling myself that I need a couple of drinks to like relax and have fun, to me that's kind of like a problem. I don't want to use alcohol to feel like I have to have fun. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about that, and I think I'm gonna try to be sober again. We'll see. I've been thinking that for a while, but yeah, I keep saying like, oh, it's only a couple drinks, like what's the harm? But at the end of the day, like if it's just making me feel like shit after I do it, then like why do I keep doing it to myself? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see. I have to say, guys, I'm sorry if my voice is sounding weird. Last night it was very loud at the place that we went, and I'm not a loud person anyways, so like having to yell at people over music, my throat was just like dying. It was so like dry and scratchy, and so this morning I'm a little raspy, so I do apologize if I sound gross. I haven't even told you guys what I'm gonna be. I mean, you're gonna see here in a bit, and I think I said it in my last video though anyways. I'm gonna be like the female version of Wolverine. I don't know what her makeup looked like. I was thinking about doing a smoky eye situation, but to be honest with you, I've never been good at doing that. And I already did my foundation. Usually if I'm gonna do like eyeshadow, I will do that first because, you know, it falls out and like gets everywhere. But I kind of forgot that I wanted to try that. So now I think I'm just gonna do like a little wing and just call it a day. So I think we'll just do a little time lapse of that because I need to like hurry it up. And then I will show y'all my outfit. I think I messed that up, but when have I ever not messed up my wing? Why does one side of the eyeliner always have to go rogue? Like this one looks awful. The best thing though that I ever got for my eyeliner is these little Q-tip thingies. They're like pointy on one end, and if you do like a winged liner, these are so good for cleaning that shit up whenever you mess it up. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. The best makeup tip that I have for you guys would be if you're like doing a look that's kind of difficult and you keep fucking it up, you keep being stressed about whether or not it looks good, just remember that like after an hour you're gonna start sweating and getting greasy, and your makeup's probably just gonna look like shit anyway, so don't stress about it. Yeah, totally just fucked that up again. Ugh. I never mess up my liner as bad as whenever I'm late. Like if I am running late somewhere, you can bet that I'm gonna have a hard ass time with my wing liner. Every time I like take it off, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, wrong eye. I take it off and then I take it off like too far, so then I have to put it back. The struggle. All right, close enough. I just have to fix up here where that shit's smudged. You know, I'm not sure that these are even close to matching, but to be honest, I'm not sure that they've ever matched a day in their lives. Just know that when people are talking to you, they're only gonna be able to look into one of your eyes at a time anyways, and they're probably not gonna like be looking back and forth to see if your wings match. From far away, it's not bad. You guys probably can't tell there's an issue. I hope. Some color up here. That was too much. That was too much. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, that was even more. No. I'm so bad at makeup. I have like 3 variations of things that I do, really, and that's about it. I got 3 looks that I can do, and if it's not any of those, it's not gonna happen. All right, well, that is what it is. I ordered breakfast this morning and I got this little juice. It's called Mean Green. After I go out drinking, if I wake up feeling like shit or if I'm sick, I just am like, I need to take all my vitamins. I need to drink a green juice. I don't think it helps, or I don't know if it does, but it certainly can't hurt, right? That's actually really good. Who's touching my leg? See, once I feel like you get mascara on, it makes your wing liner look so much better if it's messed up. All right, we're getting somewhere. Who's here? Oh, Milo. Ugh. Say hi to the... Oh, your hair's in my eye. Say hi. Say hi to the vlog. He's sleepy. Ugh. Why do you look that way? Why do you look like that? What are you doing? Oh, my little baby. Oh, I love you. So I'm just doing my brows with this, like, I guess pomade you would call it, sort of situation. And I just put it on with a brush, but I actually prefer those little pens. Either like the ones that are kind of like almost like an ink pen, or just the skinny like eyebrow pencils. But I know makeup in general produces a lot of waste. So it's not like me not buying this one thing is making like a huge difference. But I just can't get behind buying that whole pencil, that whole thing of plastic, and like, they don't last that long. I feel like I was buying them like every month, and this thing lasts forever. It lasts so long. The only thing is I always try to be like light-handed with this because I don't want like that whole block brow look, but because it's like this whole big brush, it's just kind of difficult not for it to look that way, but I think it's all right. I don't mind it. Do you know, I used to never, if you scroll probably way back on my Instagram, you'll probably see this. I used to never put anything on my lips. I was convinced that I looked gross with like lipstick, and if anything, I would just like kind of put a nude color on. I just hated having color here, and so I looked like this, like just walking around in my day-to-day life like with no freaking lips. And what actually made the difference for me, I felt, was applying my lip products with a brush, because I used to just go in with the applicator, and I feel like it's just really easy to overdo it, and I just hated the way that my lips would look with lipstick on. But I also think it's a matter of like just getting used to it. If it's something that you don't do to your face normally and then you start doing, it can be like really off-putting. Because I remember like even further back in the day, I went to the mall with a friend, and we went into Sephora, and you know they do kind of like makeup tutorial type things on you, where like if you want to learn to do a winged eyeliner, like they'll do that and kind of tell you how it's done or whatever. And I asked to get my brows done, like filled in and shaped, because I never did my brows before. And I think she used like a pomade like that, and she filled in my brows. And I literally felt so self-conscious. Like I was too nice to tell her to remove it. And I don't even think it was bad. I just wasn't used to seeing my face that way. And I felt so crazy, like walking around the mall. I was like, oh my God, people are gonna think I look insane. Like it just was very off-putting at first, because that's not how I'm used to seeing my face. And so I feel like it might have been the same thing with like the lips, that I just wasn't used to seeing myself with that. And now like when I'm looking like this, I feel like this is just, I'm not complete until I have like color on my lips, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so for lips, I'm gonna start with this NYX or NYX, how do people say it? I don't know, whatever, lip pencil. I also never used to line my lips. I'm not really into the whole like overlining of lips, and so I was like, if I'm not trying to make my lips look bigger, like why do I need to line them? And I do think it makes a difference though. I don't know what it is about it, but I think it just looks better whenever my lips are lined, even though this is like a pretty neutral color. All right, looking crazy, but it's a process. And then for the lip color, these ColourPop Fresh Kiss lip stains. I have these in a bunch of different colors. I love a lip stain. Unless you're just going somewhere like to the movies or something, like I don't really fuck with lipstick, because I hate when you put it on in the mirror, you're looking all cute, and then like you go to work and you like have your coffee or whatever, and then you look in the mirror and you just have like remnants of like a little bit of color. It looks so awful. But with lip stain, like specifically these are my favorite ones that I've tried. They feel great on your lips, and they just leave color that it fades like really slowly over the day, and throughout the period of it like fading, I think the color is still really pretty. So these are definitely my favorite. And also, once I can have this like base down, I'll just take one of these in my bag with me, and I can use the applicator just to kind of touch it up, because the outline that you've done, because it's a stain, it's kind of gonna like stay there It's like a lot easier to touch up, or like at the end of the day once it's fading you can just put a gloss over it and that looks really nice too. All right, there we go. I'm feeling like myself again. I am just about fried vocally, so I'm going to really quickly kind of smooth out my hair. I did blow it dry, but I was kind of like doing some weird things here. So I'm going to fix my hair and then I'm going to go get my costume and I will see you guys in just a minute. All right, guys, let me show y'all the final look here. Okay, you can't even see the whole thing. I'm gonna have to get some footage in the mirror real quick. I just set it up over here because I tried to film a little reel and I almost forgot about you guys. I'm gonna try to film a bit at Comic-Con, but I don't want to take my camera because I'm honestly not even sure if I'm allowed to do that, and I don't want them to tell me I have to leave it in my car. So I'm just gonna take my cell phone, get some clips, and I'll insert that here. All right, so this was the cosplay contest. They did do it in divisions, but honestly, I don't even remember what the divisions were. But for this group, obviously that's the Mandalorian with his little baby Grogu, and they did win first place, rightly so in my opinion. Grogu's so cute. And this one, honestly, don't know the division on this either. Don't know any of these three characters, but my friend explained to me that the one in the middle is Thor's sister, and her costume was just pretty cool. And then we have this one vendor that I got a video of. He had some really awesome artwork. I did end up buying one of the pieces and I will show you that later, but this Bo-Katan piece is gonna live in my mind forever. I love this thing so much. I kind of wish I would have got it. Hey guys, all right, I made it home. Just got back from Comic-Con. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry for this horrible lighting and horrible background, but I just tried to go film in front of my light in my bedroom and then my camera died. So in here in the kitchen is the only place where the outlets are up high, where I can fit the charger onto the camera. So anyways, I didn't actually film that much whenever I was there because, well, we got there right when the cosplay contest was starting. So I got like a few clips of who won that. And then we really just walked around looking and it was so packed in there. It's so hot that I kind of just forgot to take my camera out. Like my stuff was just in my bag the whole time. But yeah, anyways, I had so much fun there. I actually took pictures with a couple of people, which was neat. Like some people asked to take pictures. So it's like, okay, I guess my costume was like kind of good. But no, it was fun. Everybody there was awesome. But I just wanted to show you guys a couple of the things that I got from the vendors there. So the first one, got this adorable little Groot piece. So this carved wood, and then this is just alcohol and ink on like acrylic. And yeah, I have a little like gallery wall over there. I needed a small piece, so I'm gonna put him up there. And then, oh, I just got like some popcorn, but all the popcorn was served in these buckets. There was so many different options. I went with this one that's Star Wars, just because one of my friends at work is like a huge Star Wars fan. So I'm gonna give that to him. Sorry if you can hear the squeaking, the dogs are going crazy. And then I got this as well. My favorite little Grogu. He's just drinking a coffee and he's got plants around him. I'm like, this is totally my vibe. I love that. It was so much fun. Yeah, I'm tired, I'm hot. I'm gonna go shower and put on my Grogu shirt and continue to binge watch Game of Thrones because that's all that I've been doing lately. Thank you so much for joining me in another video and I will see y'all next time. Bye.